I've been in real estate now for over 25 years, and I purchased hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate. Now, I don't say that to impress anybody. I say it for this message. I am asked all the time when I do podcasts about the number one thing I've learned about real estate. And I always say it's the same thing. Do not let your ego get in the way. Do not hold back. And the story I have is very simple. It was 23 years ago, I was trying to buy an Enterprise rental car, and the property that had the Enterprise rental car on it was for sale for $250,000. I negotiated a price of $225,000, contingent only upon me taking seller financing, because the seller was in Israel, is a woman, and she didn't want to get paid off, and she only wanted 10% down. So figure this deal, I got to come up with $22,000 to buy a property. We're going through everything. I prepare the contract. I send everything to her. The brokers are involved. She comes back and says, I changed my mind. I want $235,000. My ego got in the way. I was a young big shot, I guess, and I said, no, we agreed on $225. I don't want the deal then. Thinking she'd say okay to the $225, and I didn't buy the property. Now remember, I had to put 10% down. That's $1,000. I spend more than that on dinner sometimes now. But here's the lesson. For 23 years, I've been crying about the fact that I haven't bought this property over $1,000. And by the way, 23 years later, Enterprise Rent-A-Car is still a tenant at the property. I'm sure the property is worth at least $1.5 million, and I didn't buy it over $1,000. So the point of that story is, the number one real estate story I have is the deal that I didn't buy. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't let your ego get in the way. But I'm going to tell you this. The things you don't do will hurt you a lot more than the wins will. Because the wins, that's temporary, and you're going to go after another win. But when you don't do something, you make a stupid mistake, that's been staying with me for 23 years. And by the way, that property is on my car ride home from work. So I got to drive by it all the time and curse myself and curse everybody because I didn't buy it. But it's my fault and I know it. Don't let your ego get in the way.